Today is Daily Cyber number 99. The last couple days has been really challenging for me. This is going to be a little bit of an emotional point in this video and just video logging what I'm going through. So if you want to fast forward to the next section, which will be a little bit more technical, just fast forward. So for the last couple weeks, well, over the last 4 years, really, to be honest, but the last couple weeks, the death of my grandmother, who passed away in January 22nd, 2017, has really kind of started to bubble up for me. And one of the things that I'm doing is trying to get in the sun, trying to go golfing, do things for myself, as well as I grabbed this bracelet. I had it custom made for the things that I needed. This bracelet was for kind of my energy and just to help to balance me out. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing to help balance me out. And stepping back to kind of give you some context of who my grandmother was to me. She was the one who raised me since I was 2 years old. And my mom was in the picture. My mom was around due to family issues, whatever that may be. They decided that my grandma would be the one to kind of take care of me, and my mom would still be in the picture. She just had to work on other things. And my mom was always in the picture. She was always there. So no slight on my mom. She was an amazing mom and still is. Just my grandma was the one who raised me and the one who I learned a lot from. You know, who to be as a person, how to treat people, you know, her beliefs, her drive, her determination, her will, all that. I learned that from my grandmother. Her compassion for people, her charity work. She never gave up. She had a strong will and was going to do what she felt. Right? If something was, she was going to put her heels in, that's what she was going to do. She was going to do it. Right? And she was going to learn from it, and that's who she was. So I learned so much from her, and to really label her, she was like my biggest mentor, as well as like cheering squad. So anything that I was doing, I would talk to her, she would support me, and she just would be there. She was like an amazing woman. I am so grateful to be raised by her and to experience everything with her and to be that teammate with her through this journey, through the journey of her life. So yeah, it's been a little bit hard for me because, you know, I was so close to her. And then for the 4 years, I mean, I stuck with her, went to her appointments, you know, as much as I could go, almost every appointment. Some I didn't, when it wasn't able to go because I was working, but as many as I could go to. She had any questions, you know, I was there to answer any questions, as well as anything medical related. She needed questions answered, I would go with her and ask the hard questions, because I had no restrictions that I would not question a doctor or you know, hold them accountable. Because to me, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, you know, if they're a doctor, lawyer, whatever they may be, they got to be held accountable for their actions and what their recommendations are. And you really got to ask the hard questions, because you got to know, you got to be educated in this day and age, because they could recommend something and there could be side effects or something along that line that you're just not aware of, that could be contraindicating to something else you're taking, other medication or something else you're doing. And they can only know so much. So you got to ask the hard questions. You got to make sure you know what's going on inside and out. So that's who I was to my grandmother in the last, you know, couple of years. And, you know, there was a lot of challenges that happened over the last, especially last year. You know, I was employed by a company in the States, which I was really excited about. Things didn't work out with the payroll company. They were making mistakes on my paycheck, and one thing led to another, and then the company laid me off. So I was, at the time, and that week before, I just found out there was nothing else the doctors could do about my grandmother's cancer, and that was it. I mean, she was kind of living on her last days. So found that out, got laid off kind of in a week and a half span. So really created a negative emotional anchor against the company in the States. And let me just kind of be clear here. They're not a bad company. It was just because I was going through such a hard time and that was added on. It just created an emotional anchor, which you want to learn more about anchors, check out Tony Robbins' Personal Power 2. It's a great course to help you be successful personally, professionally, as well as spiritually. Just kind of gives you some good grounding. So dealing with all these emotions, trying to get it going through, get it healed from it, and keep moving forward is a constant evolution of my personal development. So that's what I'm working on right now while I'm studying, while I'm learning cybersecurity, CompTIA Security Plus. Got to get back into studying Python. That I left to the side just because of everything that was going on. No excuses, it's just I was overwhelmed. Right? I was overwhelmed, and I some things get put to the back burner. So now I got to get back into it. I got to get back into a little bit better working out routine. I was working out, just not as much as I should. And that's about it. So right now I'm going back to my office, check my emails, check my voicemails, and then get back into studying. I got to do an hour and a half of CompTIA Security Plus, and then I'm going to try to do an hour of Python programming and get back into that, because that's very important for me to learn. So I will talk to you later. So this morning was a little bit of more of an emotional video. Right now I'm shutting down, calling it a day. I did some studying this afternoon. Got some work done around my place. Was working with a client this afternoon, a little bit of marketing, which I'm still doing a little bit of, helping clients with marketing and business strategies, marketing, social media marketing, things like that. But transitioning, as I go into IT security and cybersecurity, as I learn more and more. So I just want to say thank you for going along this journey with me and letting me kind of express myself and open up, just because I know for me it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So you have the good, where it's like everything's going great, people are sending you great stuff and love and support and doing all that. The bad is kind of when you fail exam and it's like, it kind of sucks. And then the ugly is when things happen in your life that really throws you for a loop. And for me, one of the things that is close and is dear to me is that my grandma passing away in January really threw me for a loop, and having the rug pulled out from under me all at once, with that CBT Nuggets laying me off all at the same time, really kind of it really created a negative anchor for me that I'm really working hard to talk about, to speak about, to get it off my chest and work towards being successful and being, one, the person that I want to be, and two, the person that my mom and my grandmother can be proud of. So and my fiance and my family all can be proud of, because I'm living my truth, and I'm living the way that I've been taught. Like, bring joy to yourself, bring joy to others, right? And do the best that you can, and just and enjoy what you do and love what you do. So that's it for today's video. Just want to remind you, software is hackable, being connected is vulnerable, and I want to thank you so much for coming along with me in this journey.